You're missing half me head, like! Okay, that's way better, isn't it? We're here and we're in business. Hello, how are you guys doing today? My name is Anima and today we've got a live Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle for you all this time against Jack. Your Twitter link and so on will be in the description down below. Thank you for appearing on the channel today. There'll be a question of the day at the end of the video. I know you all love that stuff, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I'll remind you that the like button is a thing that exists, but what you do with this knowledge, what you do with the like button is completely up to you at the end of the video after watching, or you could be a complete and utter rebel and give that like button a tickle right this very moment. Anyway, and either way, we're going to hit Battle Music 7 because that is how we roll, even though I can't hear it, so it's a bit redundant really, and hit Battle Start. Zoom! Hopefully we've got the settings all right with the thingy-majiggies, and that'll be neat and tidy. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm so glad, okay. Oh, just a babe to myself just now, basically. So, oh, Staraptor is BL, so that's kind of irritating, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. Hippowdon, we don't have rocks, unfortunately. My opponent does have that Hippopotapa, which is gonna be a bit of a ball ache, but Hydreigon, Staraptor, and Suicune. Okay, so yeah, this is a bit of an issue. But if it is a banded Staraptor and so on, if we get an SD, we can pretty much sweep his whole team after we get rid of the Florges, of course. Now what we're gonna do is potential leads on his team, definitely Hippowdon or Staraptor. I'm not keen about the Staraptor, quite frankly. I really wish it would just die. Hippowdon's a good lead too because I don't have any stuff and things to deal with it. So yeah, I'm not really excited about having to deal with that Staraptor, honestly. Ooh, in fact, that's really crap. But in fact, that's super crap. I'll tell you what, Handsome is actually a pretty good lead, so I'm gonna lead with her. With him, actually. Goodness gracious, now it's just very confusing. Wait, no, is this the right kind of Handsome I should be having? I should be using the other one, really, shouldn't I? Whatever, man, it's fine. We're just gonna use this Handsome, and this Handsome is beautiful. And it's gonna be wonderful, it's gonna be joyous, it's gonna be great! This is a team with some pokes given to me by Derizzle, by the lovely Thomas, and there's the Staraptor lead. Man, I really wish this thing wasn't around. I would like to find out right this very moment if it's banded or scarfed, but in saying that, Handsome is very, very good to deal with the Suicune as it won't be able to touch him. So I am feeling a bit conflicted here. I would like to go into my Florges, but I don't really want to take a bunch of shit from this thing. In all seriousness, I am going to go into my Florges right now, though. I don't want to lose my Heliolisk this early. That Staraptor is so threatening. It's kind of a problem. I don't really like it. But we're just going to deal with it. He is actually going to hard switch out, which does heavily suggest he is banded, not scarfed. Oh, okay, he is banded. I'm going to think he's banded because he was worried about that. So what we're going to do here, we might get Toxic'd ourselves, but I would like to Toxic the Florges, quite frankly. So I'm just going to go straight for the Toxic. As my opponent is going to switch out, not sure who they're going to go into, perhaps Beedrill. Oh no, goes out into Suicune, which is very, very interesting to me. Suicune is going to exert pressure, that's kind of okay. We're going to get the Toxic off on the Suicune, that's kind of okay, but if it's a Resto, you know, Carmine Crocoon-y thing, then it's a bit shit, isn't it? It's a bit bloody shit, isn't it? So that's pretty nice. What we're going to do now is just switch right into Handsome. Because we're dry skin and whatnot, and it'll be fine. I just took aromatherapy off of my Florges, so it's a bit like... if this thing has status. But it's not really that common for Suicunes to have status. He's switching around all over the place. What's going on? Can't really... Okay, now my opponent is going to go out into their own Florges. Which is interesting. Perhaps he has aromatherapy? I really would like to figure out what's going on. I would like to know if it has aromatherapy. So with that in mind, oh, I don't want to take a Moonblast to the face either, really. You know, I think what I'm going to do is go straight into my Darmanitan. I'm going to go straight into Zippo because we can take a Moonblast. I've actually got an extremely offensive Darmanitan. We're actually adamant banded. So out comes Zippo. We're going to take this Moonblast. Surprised I didn't see the aromatherapy, but we did not actually take that as well as I'd like, which is a bit shit, but what can you do? I am going to go straight for a choice banded Flare Blitz as my opponent is going to withdraw. Let's see who he brings out. Out comes Hippowdon. Hippowdon is not going to take 2. Hippowdon is not going to take 2. We're going to break this thing in half, you'll see. So, here's the Sandstream. I think I would have probably gone into Suicune, but still. Let's go for this Flare Blitz. Bang, right in the kisser. Did you see the damage? Oh my Christ almighty. No one can live, no one can survive. Terrifying, horrifying in fact. So I'm just going to go for the next Flare Blitz, as I do believe my opponent is just going to sack this thing. There's no reason for him to preserve it really, because it's too weak to do anything. So down goes Hippowdon. Look at that. Choice banded Flare Blitz is absolutely no joke. I'm playing life a little bit, living life a bit more dangerously, but he's probably twigged that I'm banded because doing over half to Hippowdon doesn't really happen. Even if it's like super effective, Hippowdon's usually quite nasty at being able to deal with these things. So, but even so, he might not want to take the risk. He might not trust his own eyes. We don't really know. So out comes this Suicune, and I honestly feel quite inclined to leave my Darmanitan in. But I think it's valuable death fodder, and we might be able to we can outspeed Florges and maybe get a good hit on it. So I'm actually going to switch out now, go into Handsome, see what my opponent is going to be up to. I switch out first, so neat. It doesn't tell me much. As my opponent is just going to go straight for the rest, so it's a good job we switched out. Okay. And this thing has gone to bed. I am semi-okay with this. My opponent has lost their ground type, so I'm sort of just free to spam moves as I see fit, frankly. I would really like to go for a... I really fancy going for a Toxic. I actually have Toxic on this Heliolisk, specifically for Florges, switching in on it. I think my opponent is going to switch into Florges now, so I'm just going to go for Toxic. I don't lose anything by it, as my opponent is actually going to withdraw. Beedrill's not coming in unless he's crazy, so I think that's okay. And out comes Florges, so this is the exact situation I envisioned. Hopefully we just land the Toxic, and that'll be cool. I haven't seen aromatherapy on this thing yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. We do manage to land we do manage to land the Toxic and so on, and that's pretty cool. This thing is going to be getting whittled away. I don't know if he has aromatherapy. It kind of fits with his Rest Suicune, but you know, yeah. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to go for the Volt Switch. This Florges can take it. I expect him to just stay in, so yeah. We need my Florges at good health to deal with his Hydreigon. We actually did a decent chunk of damage. Not bad, Handsome, not bad. I think this is my Heliolisk that doesn't have a perfect special attack IV, so I'm a bit disconcerted by that. But yeah, so what I really want to do is bring in Mog, the Espeon, because I can, yeah, I want to bring in Mog because I can take a hit from this thing. If my opponent is going for the aromatherapy, then yeah. So I'm going to bring in Mog right now. I need to keep Heliolisk at decent health for the Suicune because that's a bit of an issue. My opponent... I did a pro play! I just bounced the Toxic back! Predicted! No, I didn't. I don't know what I did just then, so... So we're out here with Espeon. I am actually just going to go for a Psyshock here. He could bring in the Darmanitan, but I don't really care. Darmanitan, what am I saying? He could bring in the Hydreigon, but at the same time I don't really mind. I would really like to predict. And go for the Dazzling Gleam. I would really like to do that. But he might just leave the Florges in, and that would be really irritating. He might might just leave. If the thing is, if he leaves the Florges in and I go for fucking Dazzling Gleam, it's gonna do jack shit, and I get hit by a Moonblast or he wishes, and that's really annoying. My gut says to go for Psy Shock, but I think the play is to go for Dazzling Gleam. My gut really is saying to go for Psy Shock, and I'm gonna be crying if I don't go for Psy Shock. Probably let's go for Dazzling Gleam. That's a stat! I knew! Oh, I'm such a twat. Okay, well, at least it'll be racking up. Okay. I knew, I said, didn't I? Didn't I say I'd cry? Either way, you can't switch in Hydreigon. You just can't. I think he's just going to go for the Protect here. I feel like spamming Dazzling Gleam. I feel like spamming it, but then my opponent might go into Suicune. I'm just going to go for a Psy Shock, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's see it die. Yep. Good stuff, Mog. Good stuff, Espeon. Good stuff, yes. This Espeon was given me by Drizzle, and I like it. I like Espeon a lot. I think it's a cool poke. But the Florges is dead, so he's got no answer to Heliolisk, the threat, right now, which is really nice. But this thing is here, and I don't really have an answer to it. I very much suspect it's banded though, just because he switched it out. But I think he might not have been able. He might not know that my Heliolisk is scarfed or not. Do I need Mog anymore? Once the Beedrill Mega Evolves, in fact, and the Hydreigon is probably scarfed. So this thing is probably banded, right? What I'm gonna do is go for a Psy Shock. As we do outspeed, I just want some damage on this thing so it can't terrorize my life. This Psy Shock does good damage. We are actually Expert Belt, so no Life Orb stuff. We do die unceremoniously, but at least we get Switch Initiative. So I'm just happy that that thing is banded, because I can deal with the Scarfed Hydreigon with Florges any day of the week. Florges does not care about Scarfed Hydreigons. But banded Staraptors we do care about. So out comes Beedrill. And to be honest with you, I want to go out into my Absol. I think. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is Can Mega Absol Sucker Punch? Okay, let's just go with normal Absol because for some reason, yeah, or Mega Beedrill. Can Mega Absol Sucker Punch kill a Mega Beedrill? It looks like yeah. It looks like yes. It does. It does. It does. It does. It does look like it. Okay, let's boost the. I don't know why they don't have the. Okay, nah. Let's just go. Let's go into Mega Absol and go for the Sucker Punch, as I suspect my opponent is just going to protect and go for all that stuff. But here is Dawn, kindly given to us by Nova Force, Mr. Nova Force Christopher. What we're going to do here is I want to SD. I want to SD fairly badly, but I think what I'm going to do instead is go for a Sucker Punch. Just to show him that I've got it and I'm not afraid. We should actually OHKO this thing with Sucker Punch. We really should, to be honest. I do have my Scarfed Rotom in the back, so that's a thing that's pretty nice. And saying that, I don't know if we can kill. But yeah, we're going to Mega Evolve here. And we go for the Sucker Punch. We actually go for it, we land it. Should be dead, and it dies in one shot! Mega Absol! Good shit! Yes! It's good if we didn't get overzealous and go for the SD. But anyway, and either way, out comes Hydreigon. And what I'm going to do here is I am not going to fuck around. I'm just going to go right into my Florges. I have Wish and Protect on my Florges. So Dawn, we're going to come back. Never actually used a Mega Absol properly, so that's my first kill of the Mega Absol ever. As my opponent does just go straight for the Draco Meteor. I don't know if... I feel like they're just like scarfed and stuff, so I think that's okay. So I desperately want to double switch. I think my opponent is just going to go into Suicune, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double switch and go into Handsome. My Heliolisk, as my opponent does in fact switch into Suicune, so that's pretty nice for us. Unfortunately, I do only have Volt Switch, not T-Bolt, so that's a bit upsetting and depressing for my good self. My opponent would be forced to switch into Hydreigon in order to resist a hit from sweet, beloved, Handsome. So what we're going to do is go for that Volt Switch. We don't really lose anything by it. I don't have T-Bolt, which is sad, but sad things happen in the world and we just have to deal with them. I've got a manicure, isn't that wild? And tomorrow I'm getting married. So, for every sad thing, there's a bunch of really nice things. Tomorrow, as of the day of recording, that would be Sunday, the 12th of April. So we go for the Volt Switch, do fucking billions of damage because of the critical hit. I was like, what the fuck? But it's, yeah, it makes sense. Now what I'm gonna do actually is go into the Zippo Maestro, because even if he rest talks and gets skulled, it doesn't matter. Because I'm skillful. He won't get skulled anyway. Zippo will be fine. It's just life. Oh, okay. He got skulled. He got skulled and it's okay. But it's alright because Zippo had no health anyway. But yeah, we need Heliolisk at awesome health to deal with this stuff. So we're just gonna deal with the Staraptor. We need to destroy that thing. But we have Absol, so I'm not really afraid of the Staraptor. So what we're going to do here is just go for that Volt Switch. We will be able to kill this thing. Crit doesn't matter ultimately because 2 Volt Switches would have been fine, would have been enough, so it's okay. Handsome's just pissed. Handsome gets lots of crits. The male Handsome does. He always gets crits. It's weird. It's hilarious. It's because he's putting in that work for me. My baby boy. So we're going to go for the Volt Switch. Take out this Suicune. And my opponent has Hydreigon and Staraptor left, so cool. This actually isn't that amazing for me. I'm gonna go into my Rotom, I think. Yeah, let's go into Rotom, because we are Scarfadoodoo and we can Volt Switch on stuff, and that's really neat and awesome. Hydreigon obviously can come in and kick my ass, but you know, that's just life. I think we just need some damage on Hydreigon. If Florges is a good health, we beat Hydreigon and that's fine. Even Specs Flash Cannon, Florges can pretty much be fine. If he Specs, he's not Scarf, which means my team can outspeed. So, out comes the Hydreigon. A U-turn is definitely a potential thing on the cards right now. So I don't really mind or care. I'm actually just gonna go for the Thunderbolt as I outspeed. What? What? Rotom Cut. You can't be scarfed. Oh god, goodness, now I'm really lost. I'm gonna go into Florges right now. What? I really thought he'd just outspeed and go for a U-turn. I'm so lost! Anyway, Flow is gonna eat up that flamethrower. It's totally cool. I'm very confused as to what this Hydreigon is. And what we're gonna do now is just go for a Moonblast. As my opponent is going to withdraw, Staraptor is going to take a Moonblast, which is going to be upsetting for it. Get my mouse out of the way here. I think it will kill at this range because Florges has decent special attack. But yeah, Staraptor is going to oh my god, go down to a critical hit. Oh my goodness, Florges is pissed off. She's fucking crazy, apparently. She doesn't want anyone to mess with her and her pig. Her hair. Man, you should call Florges with that in Mean Girls where they're like, oh, her hair is really big. That's why her hair is really big. It's full of secrets. It should be whoever that character is called. We're gonna go for a Moonblast here. As Even Specs Flash Cannon won't kill us from this range. My opponent is going to go for the Flamethrower. Maybe he's Modest Scarf, actually. And this is a 4 times super effective Moonblast to the face! And that is going to be the game. So thank you so much, Jack, for the challenge. As I said before, your Twitter link and so on will be in the description down below. Thank you so much for stepping up and appearing on the channel today. Let's make us all big. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Did that feel good? Did that feel good? Did that feel strange? It certainly felt very good for me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Today's question of the day is very, very, very monumental. In fact, it is... who would win in a fight, Oddish or Bellsprout? No. I don't know these guys' movesets off the top of my head. They're both immune to powdery situations, so, you know, Bellsprout won't be dealing with any of that powder shit, you know, that Oddish, the bad influences, peddling, you know, man, chill out and stuff. I really don't know. I don't know their movesets. So, I can't really say. It's quite difficult, actually. It's quite difficult to know who would win in these fights. But I'm quite happy with this line of inquiry for questions of the day, because it's interesting what people come up with. They're just like, how people are full of conviction for, no, this one would win. Definitely, definitely. And it's like, it's just really funny. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye!